last year, our economic growth was around 9.4%. The year before, it was 8.9%. And really, last year, when we achieved the 9.4%, we actually went beyond our projection because we had projected our economic growth in 2025 to be 7.2, and we achieved 9.4. That's a clear indication of good management of the economy. And the fact that even today that the IMF is projecting a 6.8% growth for Rwanda, while it is projecting the world economic growth to 2.7, is another indication of how they see Rwanda in terms of economic management, in terms of consistency, and in terms of resilience of our economy. So the measures that we are continuing to take, investing in big projects that increase productivity, the fact that we are looking carefully at our currency. I'm going to go back to the question on the currency depreciation. So all those are the indication that really the economic management of this country is good, and we are going to continue to do that, and we are confident that we are going to continue to achieve better results at this rate. So currently, the IMF is projecting 6.8% growth next year. We are projecting more than that. As I said, there are these problems, international, the global issues that could affect it, but we are confident that we are going to do well, and yeah, we are confident for us doing well. Could go to the issue of the currency depreciation as I answer to that question. Really, the issue of currency depreciation is a matter of really looking at how much we produce, how much we buy from outside, and how much we sell to outside. The only solution for our currency not continuing to depreciate is that we produce more, is that we sell more to the outside, and that we buy less from the outside. Although we say our currency is depreciating, we also need to put it in the context. Because last year, 2025, our currency depreciation was around 4.4% as compared to the dollar. But if we compare to the year before, which was around 9.42, we realize that really last year we did well. So we also need to put it into context, and the situation that's happening globally today, it could actually be beneficial for us because the dollar might not continue to be as strong as it has been because of different reasons, which could probably help our currency to stabilize even more. So yes, there is some depreciation, and the depreciation is not always bad. We need to understand that we can't aim to have zero depreciation, because when our currency is artificially high in value, our exports becomes expensive in the international market, so we sell less. But we can't, as we sell less, we are not being competitive. So we always have to try to get the balance right in terms of allowing it to depreciate a bit to increase our competitiveness, but without appreciating too much in a way that hurts our economy. I think Governor is here. She will be witness that the level of depreciation that we are currently having is sustainable and it is compatible with our macroeconomic indicators. So as I said, we have done our assessment. We have looked at the stocks that we have. We have looked at the stocks that are on the way coming, and we feel like we should not rush into kind of stringent measures such as rationing or even things like reducing the number of days that people go to work per week. So we have decided to use the market forces to kind of implement the rationing. That includes looking at the number, the frequency with which we review the fuel prices. We usually review them once every two months. What I said is that now we are looking at ways of doing it more frequently. It can be monthly, but we also need to be flexible enough that it can be even 2 weeks or even 1 week, depending on how the situation is going to be evolving. So we are not panicking, and we don't want people to panic. We are in control, but we are designing measures that help us to really act on time and with the calmness that is required. We're talking to our partners in the region. We're talking to our oil marketing companies. We are providing some financial support, including providing letters of credit so that they can be allowed to import more products. We are also encouraging our citizens to kind of think of starting to change our behaviors in terms of the way we are used to use personal cars. We want to put emphasis on public transport, enabling EcoFleet and its buses to be more efficient than they are today, so that probably we can, all of us, adopt the public transport as a way of going around our businesses. So those are some of the measures that we are taking. But also long term, we are looking at investing in renewable energies, solar panels. We're looking at diversifying our sources of imports. Currently, we get almost everything from the Middle East. We have now started looking at other possible sources where we can source our fuel. So those are some of the measures that we are taking to minimize the impact of this crisis.